Well, welcome to the John and Jerry Show. We're back once again where we talk about things pertinent to the business of pharmacy as well as the profession of pharmacy. After today's tape, we probably will establish a dress code, but until then, I'm John.
I'm Jerry.
I'm Rick.
This is our good buddy Rick Raque here today to talk about Pharmacy Proud and how it came to be, how we got there.
Well, Pharmacy Proud came out of the dream of these two guys, and it really kind of began with a project that we did last fall in the full spectrum hemp arena, where we built a brand in independent pharmacies only. And that was a project that Jerry and I originally started, and then John came in because he's a big part of what goes on in those stores and became very successful. And in that process, I called on hundreds of stores and just saw what you guys were going through as a group of 22,000 independent businesses across the country, which is amazing to me still. And I just got really ingrained in what y'all are doing. I actually switched my own pharmaceuticals to independent pharmacy.
Good for you.
My hometown.
Good for you.
But saw a lot of opportunities, John, that we all discussed and felt like that we could impact something that's your all's passion.
You know, Rick, I remember early on in our relationship, you telling me, of course, you know, we often worked at our stores, and we got these blinders on, and you know, you're just kind of looking ahead and not really aware of what's going on. And you made a comment one time about, you know, the independent isn't out there at First and Broadway with the biggest store in town. And so the comment you made was, well, I drive past 3 independents now on my way home and never even knew they were there. And you know, that kind of resonated with me, and you know, and so I'll just never forget that you saying that day.
Well, awareness is, you know, we all move so fast, and there's so much going on in our society right now that I think we lose touch sometimes with what's really important to us. Jerry, you know from long ago, we've known each other for a long time. I'm very passionate about local small business. My family was 4 generations of small business. We served small business. And we were in food. And when I found out about what you guys were going through, and we built this local brand initiative in Kentucky called Kentucky Proud, that at the time in 2001, local wasn't the buzzword it is today. We made it very successful, and I learned a lot.
Yeah, you were kind of like a pioneer at that point with shopping local, and it's a big buzzword today, and we want to take advantage of that because let's face it, as independents, we're the local guys.
We're as local as it gets.
Yeah, we're the guys that have the mortgage at the bank downtown and buy our cars from the dealer that's got the lot across the road from us. So
what I found out fascinating about you guys though is an independent that's still thriving. I mean, 22,000, that's impressive. What's pushing you guys is not price, like I saw with most independents. You know, they got crushed by price. You guys can compete. The thing that people don't realize that I think is part of our mission is what exemplary service they can get and what concern they get, that not that other stores don't care. They're just set up not to be able to walk out behind that counter, put their arm around that person and console them and help them make the right decisions. I see it as a consumer as an opportunity to decrease my office visits. I know y'all probably hate to hear this, but it's helped me working with an independent pharmacist not go in so often and deal with my exorbitant copays and things. So I appreciate what you guys do.
Well, Rick, let's I know a topic maybe for another time, but no, we want you to cut down on those visits too, and I'll tell you why. It's because there's something called a DIR, and the more you're going to the doc, the more you're coming to us, the more our DIR fees are working against us.
So you brought that up.
I did.
You know, these guys shared this with me, a month ago now? I have not been able to get it out of my head. I mean, it's just, I think from a consumer standpoint, right, it just blew me away that you're subjected to that type of, I don't want to get real political about it, but I'm just amazed that you don't have control over your destiny there. And honestly, the more research I've done, the more I've talked to my peers that I'm bringing into this Pharmacy Proud project, it's going to be a big part of our mission because we think we can impact that somewhat to help you all reduce those fees. Not trying to say we can eliminate them. I don't know enough about the depth of this. You were even sharing with me today. As I get into this, I'm just going to have to really keep my mind about me. But I'm excited about some things I know we can do to affect it through customer loyalty opportunities that are devoid in most of the independent pharmacies in the country.
And a lot of those DR fees, you know, they're worked around the patient and the patient's behaviors, which we're expected to have great influence on.
Well, you have to, I could speak from experience here. I was very blessed early in my career to have been on a committee that actually developed the Kroger Plus card program, which is Fred Meyer in the West Coast and Ralph's and all those types of stores. And it is the most successful loyalty management program in the country. And it all is about leading the customer to where you need them to be. Mm-hmm. And you have to have the tools, all right? You've got the desire. I believe customers want to do the right thing by you and them. But you got to have the tools. And we now today, many years later, these tools are now affordable. And in a lot of cases, we're going to come out with some programs that are either minimal or no cost to your peers. Mm-hmm. But you know, we'll see how they embrace us, because I'm as excited about this as anything I've ever done in my career, because I see such low-hanging fruit in your all's arena right now to help this with you all.
So you know, as independent pharmacists, you know, we're not the best self-promoters that there are. We're very blessed to have our relationship with Rick, and we're hoping to bring that to everyone out there, to all the independents out there. As you heard Mr. Raque mention, he was a big part of a program here in the state of Kentucky called Kentucky Proud. Other states have adopted a similar program.
Yeah, Google it. You'll see what we built from scratch.
And it is a force to be reckoned with here, from restaurants to independent grocers. You know, a lot of people out there making products on their farm, and they wanted to become a Kentucky Proud product. It gets recognized very quickly.
It became so strong, our liquor industry wanted in, and they were able to negotiate their way into the deal. So that was something I was very proud of, to have something that substantial want to be on something we started from scratch.
So Rick mentioned, you know, that has just kind of grown and grown. And then also he mentioned there's not a person out there that doesn't have a loyalty card of some sort in their wallet. And I would imagine one of the first ones was that Kroger Plus card. You know, you wouldn't imagine going in Kroger's without that card nowadays. And so we're wanting to take some of the things that from our experience owning and operating pharmacies and bring together Rick's experience of part of being with these programs and other endeavors he's had success with. And we're wanting to really make Pharmacy Proud something that's going to serve you all.
Well, and I'll throw this out. I've never told you guys this, so I've been saving it. If you give 1% of your time, 1% of your time, you can master this, and it will change the direction of your business. And I know that to be fact because we've done it. So I'm excited to work with you guys.
Yeah, sounds like we have a lot of interesting things that's coming up, and John and I will spend an episode talking about DIR fees, just so Joe Public can kind of understand what we're talking about and what we have to deal with in independent pharmacy. And Rick, we appreciate you being here, and we'll throw you on here quite a bit, I'm sure, as time goes on. So
can I throw out one more little morsel that's part of the Pharmacy Proud family?
Yeah.
Google Enlighten, ENLIGHTEN, and we'll go from there. It's a digital in-home network that we're going to be bringing to you as part of the Pharmacy Proud family.
Great. Well, I'm Jerry. John.
I'm John.
And I'm Rick.
And Rick today. So thank you all for listening in.